B-Jump Sunset World.
Sushi.
Sumo. Tokushima.
この番組は地域密着型のボランティア活動を徳島で行っている国際ワークキャンプのメンバーがお届けする30分です。
This 30 minutes broadcast is hosted by volunteer members who come from abroad to help the community of Tokushima.
Hello, good evening, everyone. We are your hosts for this evening. I'm Kristen from America.
I'm Ahmed from Egypt.
This radio program, Sushi Sumo Tokushima, is live on FM Bizan. This 30 minutes broadcast is hosted by volunteer members who come from abroad to help the community of Tokushima. Popular images of Japan, sushi and sumo, yes, but we would like people all around the world to know not only these images, but more things about Japan. They share the news from Japan and information about Tokushima, a place that welcomes foreigners from all over the world. No one knows what language will be spoken or what kind of topics they'll bring up next, so don't miss it.
Sushi.
Sumo. Tokushima.
So, Ahmed, as I've never been to Egypt, I don't really know much about it. So, would you mind telling me something about your country?
Yeah, Egypt is a very old and ancient country.
Yeah.
It has a very long history. Maybe it's one of the three oldest civilization all over the world. So maybe Egypt is lies in Africa, but part of it lies in Asia. So it's African Asian country.
Oh.
So we call it Misr in Arabic. So it's name.
What does that mean?
Yeah, Misr is it's Arabic name of Egypt. Egypt is like a Greece name, come from Egyptus.
Oh.
So it's a kind of very old name. So maybe our history is very long, but it starts from pharaohs. Next, you have Romans, Greece, and Coptic, Islamic, and a recent period now. Yeah, so for this, our culture is a mixture of all over the world.
Oh.
Yeah, we are really the center of the world. So we mixed culture from everywhere. So our personality is a mix between all worlds. So we can go wherever.
Kind of just fit in anywhere where you
Yeah.
go. That's good. That's a good skill to have.
Yeah, so we think that human should be like this. He can go everywhere. So he can do well wherever he was.
And that's kind of like part of your culture now?
Yeah, it's part of our culture. So we have more than 10 million Egyptians outside Egypt.
Oh, wow.
They are going everywhere in the world. So,
Wow.
Yeah, we really like life.
That's good.
So also, it's not only our culture is mixed, but also our food is a mixture of different countries of the world. So we can't say this food is pure Egyptian food. But it's a mixture from Turkish, from Asian, from European, from Mexican, from American. So we have a mixture of food.
Oh,
Yeah.
So there's nothing that you could point to that is purely Egyptian?
Yeah, we have
You do?
maybe one or two kinds of food. It's maybe you can't find outside Egypt, or maybe So now you can find outside, but it's originated from Egypt.
Oh, okay.
Like maybe molokhia. Everyone
I
know
don't know it.
molokhia. It's originated from Egypt. So, but now all over the world you can find. Also, maybe you hear about falafel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I actually really like it.
Yeah.
I thought it was Greek, though. Is
Yeah,
that
it's
wrong?
in Egypt, well, we do it from fava beans. Maybe with other countries doing from other ingredients,
I think
but
garbanzo beans?
yeah,
is what I've seen.
maybe I hear from one of my friends. He said in America it's a garbanzo bean.
Yeah,
but
I think it is.
In Egypt, we use fava beans, so with mixture of many vegetables. So it is really delicious.
It sounds good.
Yeah. So also our festivals is we are celebrating many festivals, not only our Egyptian one, but also we are celebrating other festivals like Halloween or New Year party and other things. Of course, as a Muslims, we have a different belief towards these things,
Right.
but we are celebrating about it.
Do you have any like older holidays that you celebrate too?
Yeah, we have, but it's only as a religious holidays, and after the end of our holy month Ramadan, we have a 4 days holiday, and also we have another big festival called Hajj. Some Muslims go to Saudi Arabia and Mecca or so. So at that time, the person who are not in Mecca, they have a holiday for 5 days also. Others are like national holidays for celebration. Yeah, but the most important for us is the 2 big holidays. It's on 9 days holidays, so we like it.
Nice. And what do you do for those?
Yeah, usually we are going outside for barbecue, or we can visiting our relatives, or we can enjoy watching TV in a family atmosphere.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like vacation days.
Yeah,
almost.
like a vacation days, and we are enjoying to giving gift to young children. Of course, it's money now. So we give them money and they buy many things, and so they make noise around us. So so it's so funny days for us, because now life is taking everyone in another direction. So it's the only day that the family can gather, and so we can see our parents, our mothers, our brothers. So it's so cute for me.
So for those days, like you said, a lot of Egyptian people are living outside of Egypt. Do people often come back to celebrate those holidays?
Yes, mostly they can. Mostly they can, but it depends on what he's working outside. So this, unfortunately, this holidays is changing all over the 80 years, so it's not have a fixed date. So sometimes this date is in rush of their works, so they can't come back.
That
but
would make
if they could
difficult.
take a holiday, it's they will do.
Okay, so those are pretty important to Egyptian people then.
So we because we in Egypt we think that family is number one.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
So we like this atmosphere so much.
I think we have a similar idea in America, but then also people also kind of have the idea that business is very important as well. So I don't know. So I know about like some of the older, like the pyramids and the Sphinx. Is that what it's called?
Sphinx. Yeah,
so
Sphinx.
There's like that saying that if you live there, you never go see it, right? Does that happen to Egyptian people too, or do Egyptian people also go visit
Maybe
those?
For the person living in Cairo or in Giza in such a place, they will not.
They wouldn't.
But for me, I living in the south of Egypt, so when I have any holiday, we have a journey, so we go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2 or 3 days trip, we see it. But it's not only Sphinx and Giza. We have Luxor and Aswan. Maybe Egypt contains about 1/6 of all treasure of the world.
Oh, wow.
So Luxor itself had 1/8 of all the world treasure. So we can find many temples, many ancient tombs, and so very beautiful drawing, painting. And also in Aswan we have the same. So up till now, they said there may be many ancient things that we couldn't discover in Egypt. And maybe, as you know, there is a branch of science called Egyptology. So they are working to know what is under Egypt. There is whole cities and whole towns covered with sand.
Wow.
So up till now, just only we discovered a little of such civilization.
That would be hard to still be discovering things with people living on top of it all, though, right?
Yeah.
I would imagine anyways.
Yeah. So every time they find some tombs, some ancient treasures or something like this. So sometimes we hear, in the past, we hear some persons, they can find something under their houses or their home.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing, but I have never found someone. I wasn't lucky.
Is that a common thing to do, to like start digging in your backyard?
No, it's illegal. But
okay.
Now it's illegal. It was in the past.
Oh.
Yeah, it was in the past. It's maybe no strong power of the government. But now, no one can do. Even if you can find something, you can't market.
Oh.
So it's difficult.
More difficult now,
Yes, more difficult now. And now they are starting searching in the desert area, away from the civilized area. So it's a desert area, especially East Desert of Egypt. They can find many things.
Right, because the sand like preserves stuff. I don't really.
Yeah, it's not like preserve all of this stuff for a long time, so they can find many tombs and many treasures under the ground. Sometimes they can find complete tomb, no one touch.
Wow!
So it's so beautiful painting as if it's new.
Do you have like a favorite place or like monument or old thing in Egypt?
For me? Yeah, for me only is a chair in front of my TV in my home. It's the best place in the world beside my family. Yeah, I like my family more, so wherever they are, I feel happy.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah, so in my image that the family should be take your priority. It should be first, number one. So you will be happy to be with them wherever you can.
Oh, that's such a great mentality to have. So we're going to play a short song, and after that we're going to talk about I'm sorry, some of the things that you're doing here in Tokushima, right? Okay.
Sushi, Sumo, Tokushima!
And we're back. So why don't you tell me a little bit about why you're here in Japan?
Yeah, now I am working in Colors International Nursery as a principal of Colors International Nursery in Showa. In Colors, we have many branches. We have one branch in Showa. I'm responsible about it. And we have another branch in Kitajima. And we will open a new branch in Komatsushima in the next April. So in Colors International Nursery, we are raising up our children to be international in thinking, in behavior, with keeping their Japanese identity, of course.
Of course.
So we are thinking that now the world is a small village, but for my image, it's only a small family.
Aww.
So they can do well in Japan, outside Japan, everywhere. So to do this, we believe that they have to learn English well. So it is a tool to go outside and to communicate to others.
Right.
Yeah, you know, English now is a language of all the world. It doesn't belong to a certain country. It's for all.
True.
So we learn them English in a well-qualified manner, not only about English, but also about their mental health and their physical health. So we are making like a balanced combination between learning, education, and physically and mentally. And we are caring about their psychology, how they are thinking, and so on. Yeah, for this, we designed our programs to reach our goals. For this way, we have special programs. Manner lessons, we have physical education, we have music, dance, and we have football.
Football too.
Yeah, so we think that you should show the kids everything so he can decide. He can grow up and he knows what he will do, what things he likes.
That's really good.
Which way he will choose. So we give them this way. And in all of this, we mix all of these things with English. So we don't make education as a hard education. Sit down and listen and do. No.
Yeah, kids don't really learn that way anyway, right?
Everywhere. Even we are, as adults, we don't like such way.
That's true.
So we have to think that it's fun. So it's not learning, it's not education, it's a fun. So we can communicate to others during the education as a fun. So they like. So our kids, when we told them we have English lesson, they are running to sit down. So because they like. They don't think that they will have a hard time. So maybe psychologically, if the kids relate between the hard time and studying, he will hate studying. He will hate learning.
That's true.
So, but if he links between studying and joy and fun, he will like it.
That's a really good thing to carry on into their later years too, I think. If you're teaching them to enjoy learning now, that's going to really benefit them later in life, it seems like.
Yeah. So, and next, they can understand why they are educating. But now, we can't force them. You can't tell a kid, it's good for you. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to is, he can't understand.
Yeah.
But he can understand, I will enjoy. I will be happy. This is the way to communicate with the kids. So they have to like you. They have to enjoy with you. So they will run with you. So, and it doesn't matter how much they gain in one lesson or in one semester. But it matters that they feel that they can do more and more and more. So we give them the idea, you will never fail. And there is no our upper limit or lower limit. You can learn as you like. So, for example, we have different levels. We have some kids recently joined. We have kids joined from 3 or 4 years. So we can't deal them as equal because some can understand very well. Others just only standing. So we make it like a personalized. Everyone, we can deal with him according to his education level, according to his psychology, as his thinking. So all of them enjoying.
That's good.
And usually I learn them that there is nothing impossible. You can do anything if you try. Even if you think it's difficult, but you can do your best. So they learn it that they can't fail. The success will become at a later step, but there is no failing.
Wow.
So also not only we prepare them for English education, but we have a new program for preschool, also preschool preparation for them in about math and science and geography.
Wow, so young to be learning that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you will be surprised if you hear them discussing. They can make a full conversation with you in English. And they have the ability to distinguish between Japanese and English one. So to foreigners, they speak English normally. And if they find someone Japanese outside when they are going outside, they speak Japanese to them normally. So they have a kind of original bilingual. We're developing both Japanese and English at the same time. So they doesn't have any problem to transfer from one language to another. So they are, when I give them a lesson in the noon, I don't feel that I'm speaking to a Japanese. I feel that I'm speaking to international Japanese. They can understand me well because my Japanese is not so good. So they can speak English very well me, and they can discuss with me, and they know this should be like this. No, this should be like this. So yeah, it's very funny.
Wow, kids' brains are amazing.
Yeah.
How they can just absorb 2 different languages at the same time.
So scientifically they can learn up to 4 languages up to the age of 6.
Has that actually been tested?
Yeah, it's human brain has the ability to do like this.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so human brain, we just only using about not more than 60 or 70% of our power. So if we learn them to use their full power, they will do.
So that's amazing.
So we give them a concentrated program between physical and musical and learning and education and going outside and going many events. So not only just learning or stay inside, but they have to go outside. They have to walk. They have to speak to the people around us. We want them social.
Yeah, that's
open-minded.
Good skills too
so
to have.
Open-minded. So not only speaking English, but also open-minded.
Right.
With keeping their Japanese identity. So also we have events every month for them. Sometimes strawberry baking, kiwi baking. Yeah, and you have a Halloween party, Christmas party. And,
that sounds so fun.
Yeah, and they are doing so good. And they are singing a song very well. You feel that you are original singer.
How long have you been the principal of the school?
Maybe now from 3 months ago I started. But I was working. Yeah, I was working there as an English teacher and preschool designer for the preschool program for 1 year. So first I just deal with them to allow them to enter their world. So they like me so much. So they want to communicate with me. So the only language is English. So when I joined at first, they speak English not so, but when they like someone, they want to communicate with him. So they totally speak English with me. They never give up, and they find any way, writing or bringing something. This I want to do this. So it's good experience
like
for me.
Communication skills.
Communication skills. They develop higher communication skills.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah, so
have you actually been able to see improvements like in English or any other specific areas, like in a certain child? Like, have you seen improvements in even that short time that you've been there?
Yeah, I see much improvement than I imagine, because they open their mind broadly and they learn it how to communicate with me in English, and the good thing is that they like communication in English. That's what I want. They like speaking English, and they can speak Japanese very well. That I want them to do.
Right, because they need both.
Yeah, they need both. Yes, they need both, and actually they can do both.
That's so amazing, and kids so young to me. Because in America, we don't really have many schools that teach different languages, and most Americans grow up speaking only English, which is, I think, very unfortunate, since kids do have that ability to acquire more languages. So,
yeah, I think so.
I think you're doing an amazing thing.
Thank you. Thank you. We hope also to reach this goal for all over the world.
Yeah. Well, it seems we've almost reached the end of our program, and we're waiting for messages from you, the listeners, with feedback or requests.
Sushi, Sumo, Tokushima!
This radio program, Sushi, Sumo, Tokushima, is being recorded live here on B-FM FM in Tokushima. So, Ahmed, what do you think of today's show?
It was so fun for me.
Yeah, me too.
I like it so much. Thank you.
Yeah, I loved hearing about all your work with the kids. It's really inspiring, actually. I think it's amazing.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. This program is hosted by volunteer members working with nonprofit organization Bizan Daigaku. We are open to and accepting any forms of support or contributions you have to offer within the local community of Tokushima. Please do not hesitate to contact us if you wish to get involved by emailing radio@bizandaigaku.net. We are accepting requests and messages via email. Please send emails to request@bfm.jp. That's request@bfm.jp, including the title of the show, Sushi, Sumo, Tokushima, in your messages. You can listen to this channel, FM Bizan, on the internet with your PC and smartphones. If you are accessing with your PC, go to the website www.bfm.jp and you will find a pink banner written SIMUL radio on the left side of the page. If you are accessing with your smartphone or tablet, download the application, Listen Radio, then select BFM 791 FM Bizan with the area code Chugoku Shikoku. If you are listening to this radio in the area where it has a weak radio wave, don't worry, you can listen to programs with clear sound through this internet radio system. No one knows what language will be spoken or what kind of topics they will bring up next, so don't miss it. See you next Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Bye-bye.
Bye.